Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in once again. Happy Saturday. Yesterday I didn't get to upload a video. Been working on getting everything set up for my new business. So I know I miss you guys. I know you miss me too. So happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day in Orlando. I wanted to talk about a few things here. First thing I wanted to talk about is, before we jump into the Bitcoin price, make sure you hit that like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and make sure you go to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris to get 10 bucks free Bitcoin, set up your automatic DCA. Now, with that being said, I think I want to address a couple things. So the first thing I want to address is I think there's a couple things that a lot of people fail to realize, majority of people fail to realize. And, Bitcoiners are always so good at the long-term effects of the money printing and, everything that's going on in the economy. So, I have a lot of friends that are pretty much, they're like oblivious to actually what's going on, They're absolutely oblivious to what's going on with the money printing, what's going on around them, what's going on with inflation, what's going on with the banks. I don't see anybody really talking about this, on my personal Facebook page. Of course, there's a couple people on Instagram that are financially astute, financially literate. They talk about a lot of things, and, a lot of people say buy gold and buy silver, which is understandable. You want to diversify. But in the digital age, in my opinion, the wisest thing to do is to, sit down and do some research. You gotta put in those hours. You gotta put in that 10,000 hours of work. You have to do your due diligence, guys. And I feel like a lot of people just do not. The majority of people do not understand the value of Bitcoin, despite all the books, despite all the tweets, despite all the time spent. And that's really going to have a major effect on a lot of families and a lot of people coming up over the next few 5-10 years, because, a lot of us want that Bitcoin price to, of course, jump up to over $1 million, right? And, that could happen without inflation or with inflation. Bitcoin could come up. It just depends on the participants actually entering the market and actually purchasing Bitcoin, and on top of that, the halving. So who knows when Bitcoin will hit $1 million, but it's not about the US dollar price, because that's going to be irrelevant coming up in the next upcoming years, right? Because the value of the dollar is down 99.9%, 95%, or 99.5%, and pretty much 99% since we came off the gold standard. So a lot of people will say, oh, you want Bitcoin to go to $1 million, so that means that the economy is going to go to shit. And it's like, are you guys dumb? Are you guys not paying attention? The economy's already shit. The dollar's already lost 99% of its value since we came off the gold standard. They are doing this on purpose, guys. They are doing this on purpose. And if you're too naive to understand that, hey, that's your mindset. Cool. They know what they're doing. They're not doing this on accident. It's not an accident that the US dollar is in the position that it's in now. These people are smart enough to know what they're doing. And if you think they're not, they have you fooled, in my opinion. So I just feel bad for the people that are not paying attention, because there's a lot of people walking around like NPCs or like sheep, or just people that just don't care, right? And a lot of people don't realize what's going to happen, right? A lot of people are going to be caught off guard, right? Not only is AI taking jobs, right? It's like all this is like the perfect storm, like I said, not only for Bitcoin, but for what they're going to be introducing, which is the CBDCs. And in Europe, in October, the Lady Lagarde said that they're going to be launching their digital euro. So these things are coming, and whether you want to accept it or not, it's going to be on you, and it's actually going to determine whether you're in the upper class or in the lower class, right? So here in America, I think a lot of people are just spoiled rotten, even with the inflation. I know you guys go to the grocery store, right? And things cost way more than they used to cost. Inflation that's where it's going to hit you the most, right? Also, gasoline prices, right? That's where it's going to hit you the most. Energy prices, your electric bill, that's where it's going to hit you the most, because you're going to look up in a couple years from now, and when because they're gonna have to cut that money printer on sooner or later. And when they do, the people that are investing in assets, those things are going to appreciate in value. And the people that are not, right, and the people that are savers, and the people that are just regular consumers are going to be hurt the most. Savers hurt the most. Consumers hurt the most. Why are they going to be hurt the most? Well, first of all, of course, inflation. Your purchasing power is decreasing and has decreased over the last, again, however long we've been off the gold standard, 50 years plus, right? So there's that. So you're not going to be able to purchase the same amount of things. For an example, go ask your mom and dad when they were kids how much $1 used to buy them, how much gas used to be, how much their house used to be, and you compare those prices to now. That is your indication of inflation. Also, that's your indication of your money losing its purchasing power, which it has done since we came off the gold standard. Now, if you do look at the purchasing power of Bitcoin since it came into its inception back in 2009, 2008, what you'll see is that Bitcoin is up over 1,000,000%, right? So 1,000,000% in increase due to the devaluation of the US dollar. So a lot of people, again, don't do their due diligence, don't understand money, don't understand what these things are going to do and what this is going to implement in the future, right? So I just want to come on here to say, hey guys, try to orange pill as much people as you can. This is why I make these videos, not only for people that trade and that looking at the markets and, we're looking at the long-term aspects of what's going on, because Bitcoin it's an investment. It's not really something that you should trade, but if you are trading, then there's nothing wrong with trading, because a lot of people trade to make money, and who am I to tell you not to make money? And, I also don't recommend you buying shitcoins, because we understand shitcoins, a lot of them are rug pulls or get money. They're there to take your money away, right? And a lot of these owners, such as Do Kwon, he had Terra Luna, right? And when Terra Luna came out, he said he was going to peg it to Bitcoin, right? And anybody with a brain and that understood what he was saying was like, all right, this is not a good idea. Why is he taking your money that you bought with the shitcoin, that you bought the shitcoin with? He's taking that money and bought Bitcoin with it. And that didn't raise a red flag, or you didn't take time to think about why he's doing that, and you still spot it. And also, I tweeted, and I know a bunch of other people were tweeting, hey, he's taking your money buying Bitcoin. Don't you think you should buy Bitcoin? No, we're going to buy Terra Luna. And then it dropped 90+%, 90, 98%, 95%. So it's funny because, again, a lot of people that are aware of what's going on, we try to warn people. We try to tell them, why are you doing this, and be careful, and why you should not do this. You're a grown adult, do what you want. But people do not listen, and then they get burned, and then they run the regulators, and then now you got the government involved, and the government don't do nothing right. So here we are. It's a perpetual cycle that continues to happen. Bitcoin is not cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hard money that cannot be fucked with. It cannot be censored. It cannot be stopped. You do not need to show your ID, social security number. You don't need to tell them your race, your address, right? For you to get a bank account. All you need to do is download an app on your phone, and guess what? You are your own bank, guys. It's the power that Bitcoin gives you. It's freedom. It's being able to spend your money whenever you want to spend your money. Again, if you went to the bank and tried to withdraw 10 grand, 20 grand right now, they're probably going to ask you, what are you going to do with that money? First and foremost, it's none of your business. Second of all, they probably don't even have the money. They're going to tell you to come back on another day, because they just don't have that much money on there. Also, when you deposit your money in the bank, it's not your money anymore. It's their money, and they're going to get a loan from the Fed, right? And then they're going to gamble with your money and invest that money, right? So when the bank run happens, because there's going to be more bank failures, and again, that's all purposely done, and it's going to be planned out. Once that happens, then you'll understand, and then you'll understand why Bitcoiners are saying the things that they've been saying for the last 5, 10 plus years, right? So unfortunately, some people are going to listen, so a lot of people are going to burn, a lot of people are going to be hurt by this, but that's due to their ignorance, right? Because you have the same internet that we have. You have the same books, same knowledge, and the same information that we have. But instead of taking your time to do your due diligence and to learn about something, you're actually doing dumb shit, right? So instead of doing dumb shit, we want to recommend you do your due diligence, and just please, guys, take heed. We're trying to save you and your family from what's coming, because it's coming, guys. They are going to crash the economy on purpose. They're going to crash the banks on purpose. They're going to implement the digital dollar, right? And they're just going to print more money with a click of a button. No more money printer. It's going to be digital money printer, right? So they're just going to click a button, and then they're going to add more zeros, right, to the debt. So, you know, it's coming, whether you want to acknowledge it, whether you know it or not. This is why we tell you to buy Bitcoin in a stack away. And what I'm gonna do real quick is just jump into the Bitcoin price, and we'll end the video off with that. All right, so right here looks like we are flagging on that daily chart. Let's go to the hour real quick. And we came up, okay, so we can't hit my alert yet. My alert is set at 28.1. So we came up to 28.164. My alert is 28.173. So almost hit my alert. And this was, when was this? 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And then we came all the way back down. As you can see, red dot down here, which means sell off, and we got a red diamond up here, sell off, and then now we got a red X, and looks like money flow is leaving. So looks like we're coming down once again. Could bounce at these levels. So, you know, we could bounce at 27.7, could bounce here at 27.8, and then we could come back down to just 27.9 to 27.9. So if we come under these moving averages, which we did the moving average here, but if we come under these ribbons, then I expect us to come back down. It wouldn't surprise me if we came down to 27.7, as I mentioned previously. But let's jump into the 4 hours, see what that's looking like. Boom. Let me turn this sideways for you guys. Sorry. All right. Let's see 4 hour coming down. But we do see money flow coming out. However, momentum is starting to shift. However, money flow is coming out, but this could come up and then back down. We can do something like this possibly, and then come back up as a bullish divergence. Let's see. Maybe something like this. That would be the possible scenario. We'll see how that plays out. That's on the 4 hour. So that means it's going to take some time for that to play out. Or we could possibly come down a little bit, then come back up. So we'll see how that plays out over the next over the next day or so. And then the final chart we'll check is the daily chart. Let's delete all this that I just drew. Perfect. Daily chart, we are coming down, as I mentioned in previous videos, that the red dot and the momentum is coming down. Also, this is a bearish divergence, unfortunately, like I mentioned. So this is bearish. We did see that the money flow was starting to curve up. However, looks like it's starting to turn back down. And then we got VWAP coming up a little bit here, yellow wave. Just starting to come down. And then, like I said, this is coming down, so not looking too good right now. However, this could be an opportunity to stack at lower prices and get the bears excited, because you know how bears are. Bears always want to talk reckless once Bitcoin starts coming down. So weekly looking good. Money flow still red. VWAP looks like it's coming down. Weekly still looks good. Let's check out that price on the candles here. 1 week. All right, still looking good. Flagging. Let's go back down to the daily to check out this chart pattern. All right, still in this flag that I drew. Still think we'll come up and pop out this flag. If we pop out this flag, 38,000 is the level over time. Looking good. Looking good long term. As I mentioned, you have a lot of levels that we could possibly hit down to 26.4 if we come down that low. Don't think we will, but there's always a possibility. Just be out for those levels. Once again, once I get alerts, I'll tweet out the alerts. But we're looking good long term. I'm expecting a pump. I'm expecting the banks to fail. I'm expecting a lot of things to happen. It's been a little bit too quiet lately. I keep saying this. Let's check out CoinGlass to see how many bears are short, because I think they're going to get clapped up yet again. So let's look at this. Let's look at the, yep, all right, so look at that, 50%. We got a couple people that are long. Okay, we got some longs. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like there's more longs right now, so I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. We'll see. We'll keep an eye open on this, because let's check out the open interest here. Yeah. I don't know. Not enough bears in my opinion right now. Let's check out the liquidations. All right. 1 hour, 306,000 were wrecked. 4 hours, 1.4, almost 1.5 million wrecked. 12 hours, 7.58, almost 8 million wrecked. 24 hours, 15 million wrecked, almost 16 million wrecked. And let's see. These are the top that were wrecked. Dogecoin doesn't surprise me. And then, so as you can see here, longs were liquidated. 61% of longs were liquidated. So the longs were clapped up, probably because, again, we pumped and everybody got excited. So now they went long, and like I mentioned in pretty much almost all the videos, whenever the market sentiment goes one way, they as in the exchange owners and the whales, they can see what's going on. They're looking at the same data that I'm showing you here. A lot of people they do the opposite of what everybody's doing, and right now it's looking like longs are more. So that leads me to believe only by 300,000. So we'll see. I think if Bitcoin goes down more, I think we'll start to see more liquidations, and then bears will happily join on the bandwagon, and then they'll get clapped next. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Much love, you guys. Make sure you go to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure you get your 10 bucks free, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at Chris9407. Much love, you guys. Peace.